recently had the privilege of getting to know Sarah Tepama via phone because of these strange times. She's a president at Alta Advisors and has nearly 30 years of actuarial experience. In addition to this, she is on the Society of Actuaries Board of Members, so she does various research and volunteer projects through there. I really wanted to talk to someone in this field because I don't have anyone in my life who works as an actuary, and that's what I'd like to be. So it was really nice to get a little insight into the career and what it entails. I'm really thankful for my mentor, Ryan Campbell, because he connected me to not only Sarah, but a couple other actuaries that I can keep in contact with. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to conduct any of my educational interviews. So Sarah was able to give me a ton of great advice, starting with education, because the actuarial profession includes a lot of exams that continue into your career. So she kind of walked me through the timeline of each exam, since there's upwards of about over 10. So she walked me through when to take those, what each of them are on, and also when the best time to get an internship is to gain more experience, since there is validated experience necessary for this career. So she walked me through all of that. Sarah also gave me a ton of good career advice. Most pressing for me right now is an internship, since I'm a college student. So she was able to recommend good companies in Chicago that would be great for an internship, as well as when to get it, because I am planning on graduating early. So she was really able to look at my timeline and then apply what she thinks would be best for me to complete when, based on that. So she was really able to personalize it towards me and give me a lot of great advice on when I should be completing all these things. Sarah also told me a lot about all the different actuarial positions, which I didn't know there were so many. So she talked through what each one kind of entails, asked me what I was looking for out of my profession in the future, and then she recommended that I start as a consulting actuary. So that was a lot of great advice, and I was able to look into that then. And then she also talked a lot about the work-life balance, since I was a little worried about that. With those exams, it takes a lot of studying, so I've heard of a lot of actuaries going to the office early, leaving really late, and I was a little worried about that. So she kind of eased my mind, let me know that the studying does take up a lot of time, but it all passes, and then once you get your exams, you're good for a while. So she was able to kind of ease my mind with that. So right now, Sarah is the president at Alta Advisors, and she was able to walk me through some of the current work that she's doing. So right now she's working with how insurance providers can get paid for outcomes, so how health insurance companies can pay doctors and people like that for good outcomes instead of just paying them for whatever care they give. Another thing she's working on right now, which I thought was super interesting, is that she is looking at cancer patients, and especially end-of-life care. So stopping treatment when it's not necessary anymore, instead of continuing all these chemos that aren't gonna benefit the patient. And then how the health insurance industry can pay doctors for stopping these treatments instead of continuing to do them and get paid for no reason when the treatment isn't helping anymore. I really enjoyed talking to Sarah because it really solidified that I am meant to be an actuary and that I'd love to do that. So she gave me a lot of great advice that I'll be able to enact in the next couple years. And then she also was able to connect me with a couple other Society of Actuary board members. So I'll be able to attend future events in Chicago, hopefully, when they open back up. There was a couple that I was supposed to go to, but since they are canceled now, I'm looking forward to future events and hopefully meeting Sarah in person now for the first time. I'm really excited to keep continuing this connection with Sarah, as well as build more connections through her with people at her work, people on the board, to benefit my future career. So I had a really good time talking to her, and I'm really excited that I had this opportunity.